Hi everyone and welcome to my new planning video. I'm sorry if I sound a bit odd, but I caught a flu just in time for this voiceover, so please don't mind. So, February's theme is going to be these music sheets and notes that I have. I found these papers and I wanted to include them, so I just went with it. The first thing I do is start making the cover page. I ripped a good sized piece from the paper and then I made a small calendar out of the normal bullet journal dotted page. And when I'm finished with the days of the week and the days of the month in the little calendar, I just cut it out from the paper and ripped a piece from the normal dotted page to fit the header, the February header in it. Then I just placed them in the page where I wanted to and figured out the layout and then glued them down with a normal glue stick and with this kind of glue pen. It's this kind of gel pen, but instead of like gel ink, it's made of glue and it's very handy. I tried writing February in a nice font. I'm not very good at calligraphy, so I just improvised, but it looks alright. And to finish the whole thing off, I drew a G clef. I'm not sure what's the name of the thing, but it's the G note where the notes start in the sheet. So the symbol, and then I just drew the lines of the notes, or where the notes would sit in the sheet. I'm so sorry, I don't know the correct words. Then I moved to the budget and habit tracker spread. I had already ripped the header pieces from the music sheets, so I just glued them down, and after that I started with the budget page. I'm using that Elister method, and you can find videos on here on YouTube and on the internet about that method, so I'm not going to explain it. But however, I'm using it to organize my expenses here. So after the amount slot, I have a list of categories that are from left to right: food, house, work, payment, supports that I get for my education, then extra and other. And all these categories and abbreviations I wrote in the bottom of the page so I can keep track on what they are. At this time I was sure the glue had dried, so I wrote both headers with a black brush pen, and then I started with the habits page. I started by writing all the days of the weeks on all the 3 small calendars that I'm doing here, and continued with the days of the months. Then I drew the guitar, but I thought that page needed a little bit more cohesion, so I ripped small pieces from the sheet paper and placed those around the icons or small drawings, whatever you want to call them, and glued them down. When they were dry, I continued to draw the little cat that's supposed to be my cat. It's Nemo. And then the shampoos and conditioner bottles that I had drawn to the right bottom corner. And yeah, this spread didn't change that much from last month, but this time I also colored the icons or the drawings, so it's a little different. And I used my favorite pens, the koi brush pens. They are so nice. And last thing before I moved to the weekly spread, I lined the budget table and highlighted the weekdays of the little calendars. Then it's time for the monthly/weekly spreads. I have them kinda together. I tried this way of cutting the Dutch doors as in sideways, not vertically, and I started by measuring, ripping the sheet and gluing the music sheets on the first and last page's bottom so they could stand out whichever week you have. Then I rounded out the corners with my scissors to make them fit to the pages, the sheets I mean, and proceeded to write the days of the week. And after I was finished all the weeks and the few days of March, I wrote the numbers of the weeks on the bottom left. Then I took the normal dotted paper and ripped 4 different sized pieces to fit notes, weekly tasks, to-do lists, and my thankful for this thing, and wrote the headers. When I was happy with their placement, I finished the spread by gluing them down. And that's it. My February is finished, and I hope you liked it and maybe found some inspiration for your own bullet journal. So I hope you liked this, and thanks for watching. I hope to see you next time, so goodbye!